like how actually the real circuits works. Okay. Now I'll share my desktop. So I'll open the software LabVIEW. That is the uh, data acquisition software actually. It is from the company National Instruments. Okay, so for accessing the real-time data like temperature, pressure, environment, all the real-time data, whatever is available, right? That is taken into the system like data acquisition cards, and it is processed using the software called LabVIEW. Okay, LabVIEW is very important software in industry. Okay, so I'll try to use this software and I'll try to give you the explanation about the basic circuits. Okay. Guys, are you there? Give me some response.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So just recording the video. Okay. So if students are there, then that will be convenient. That is the reason I requested, my dears. Okay.
Okay, sir.
Okay. See, this is the software, LabVIEW software. So now what I'm doing is I'm just opening the blank page. So the moment you open the blank page, right, you will get two of the panels. One is called front panel, other one is called block diagram. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now in the black diagram, what we have to do is we have to construct the circuit diagram. Okay, so now what I'm doing is actually for constructing, say, let me take half adder. Okay, so if I want half adder, then what I have to do is I need one exclusive OR gate as well as one AND gate for generating sum as well as carry. Okay, so for that, go right click, go to the Boolean option. There actually the logic gates are available. I need XOR as well as AND for implementing the half adder. So let me take XOR first, then again go to Boolean and select the logic gate AND. So now two of the logic gates are ready for implementing the half adder. Okay, so now left side, if you go to the left side, that is close to the pins, you'll get some highlights there, right? Similarly, if you go to the output pins, there also that will be highlighted. Now, if you want a display, actually sum and carry, we have to display using the LEDs or any lights, right? So for that, we have to connect indicators in the output, and we have to connect control point or control panel in the input side. Controls we have to provide in the input pin, and display you have to provide in the output pin. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm just I'll go to XOR output, I'll right click, I'll go to the I'll go to the output point, then right click, then you go to create and indicator. Okay, since actually the display is required for some, right? I'll create one indicator and exclusive OR output. So let me give the name for this output saying SUM sum. Similarly, I'll go to the AND gate output and I'll right click, I'll create one more indicator. That indicator is for generating the carry. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so now two of the indicators are ready. One indicator exclusive OR will give you some, other indicator AND will give you the carry. So now I have to connect the inputs. So what I have to do is I have to provide the control. So go to the input points, right click, go to create control. So it will give you the binary control, whether you can apply 0 or 1, whatever you want. Similarly, I'll go to the second input point, then I'll go to create a control. So now I have two of my control points. One is X, other one is Y. Let me give according to our norms. What is that? AB is our inputs, right? X and Y I'm replacing as AB. Okay, so right now, so A, B of the inputs which is that is control inputs which is connected to the exclusive OR, and exclusive OR output which is connected to the display. So now you know that AND input is also connected to AB of your XOR. AB of AND is connected to AB of XOR. So I'm just extending the wire and connecting. Right now, my half adder circuit diagram in the block diagram panel is ready. Correct? Any doubt? Hello?
No, sir, no doubt.
Okay. So now, the moment you completed the connection part in the block diagrams panel, you immediately go to the front panel. Front panel is the user friendly panel. So from this particular panel, you can no need to verify all the. Suppose if you have hundreds of logic gates in your circuit diagram, right? That will give you some dense wires and other details. So instead of seeing all the information in front of you, you can just take only inouts in your front panel and verify. Now what I'm doing is, so I know two of the outputs, one is sum and the other one is carry. Right now I'm moving my carry into the bottom side. I'm just arranging my display, that's all. I'm not doing anything. Okay, so this is my carry. The first top one is sum, bottom one is carry. Okay, similarly, so I'm just moving this fellow B, keeping here. Similarly, moving this fellow A. So right now, so AB is my input, right? If there is a press button, if you go and place that point in close to the input control panel, you will get hand, right? So that hand is used to switch on as well as switch off your switch. Right now, A is in off condition. The moment you press this, immediately the light will glow. It says the A in 1. Suppose if you want to feed 0 0, just make this fellow AB as 0 0. So though there is no lights right now. If you want to apply 0 1, switch on the light B. It says 0 1 is there connected. If you want to apply 1 0, then press A as 1 and B as 0. So you can just change this Boolean function of this particular switch 0 1 using the press button. Any doubt? Hello?
No, sir, no doubt.
Okay. So suppose if you want big display, right, you can expand this LED size. Okay, so right now I just want to simulate this circuit diagram. Okay, if I want to know what is actually happening in the circuit diagram as well as in the display, then keep both the panels, block diagram in the left hand side and front panel in the right hand side. And actually in the block diagram there is a light, right? Highlight execution is there, right? Down to the operate section. Is it possible to see, my dears? In the block diagram panel, down to the operate, there is a bulb. Highlight execution option is there, right?
Yes.
Okay, if you press this highlight execution option and if you apply some input, say suppose I'm just applying 0 1. Okay, then what happens? So there is an option to run here actually in the front panel. So there is a run button, right? If you run this, you will come to know how the data flows into the circuit and what is happening in the output, true, false. Are you there? Let me run once again. Dekho, so data enter into the XOR. The first XOR will tell you true, AND gate will give you false. So the data, whatever is reaches into the circuit diagram and what is happening in the output, everything is visible the moment you press the highlight execution. Is it okay?
Yes. Yes, sir.
But suppose if you are disabling this, the moment you run, immediately you will get output. You can't see the data flow in the block diagram section. So better, suppose for the initial stage, you can just switch on this highlight button and you can run, so that you will come to know what is happening in the internal circuits. Now I'll make my AB as 1, 1 and I'll go for the run. Now you see the data flows into the exclusive OR gate. XOR output is connected as output is mentioned as false and output is mentioned as true. It says for 1, 1, sum is 0, carry is 1. Any doubts, sir?
No, sir.
Okay, so this is the way we have to implement the circuit diagram using the LabVIEW. Okay, LabVIEW, suppose I'm not happy with this shape of the switch. Okay, if you want, you can just replace this fellow. Go to replace. There is an option, Boolean option. Okay. So suppose I want square LED. Okay, I don't want this egg shape LED. Let me go to the square LED. Okay, go to replace Boolean square LED. So now my LED, the position shape is also changed. So now I can just change my inputs as 0, 0. If you run, you will get your sum and 0 as sum and carry as 0, 0. If you press 0, 1, again run, then you need to get sum as 1. You please check whether you are getting sum. Yes, sum is 1. Then make 1, 0, A as 1, B as 0. Then again go for the run. Again, you need to get your sum as 1, carry as 0. Yes, it is happening. So now you make 1, 1 and go for run. Now you need to get the reverse, sum as 0, carry as 1. So this is the way you can verify the circuit diagram in the LabVIEW software. Any doubts, sir?
No.
Okay, I'll take one more circuit. Okay, then explain later. We'll go for the multisim for counters. Okay, so I'll close this. I'll repeat the process once again. Okay. Okay, so I'll go to blank VI, that is called VI. Okay. Uh, so now I actually opened the block diagram. Two panels always will be there. Don't close. Okay, any one panel. So two panels you have to keep and work. Okay. So whatever you are doing in the block diagram will be reflected in the front panel. Okay. So now I am in the block diagram panel. So let me maximize and construct the circuit here. So tell me what is the circuit you want. You tell me any one combinational circuit, my dear. Someone you. Let me try that.
You want me to tell a combination circuit?
Any circuit you please tell me so that I can construct and verify.
A full subtractor.
Full subtractor. ठीक है. So for full subtractor, we need two exclusive OR gate for generating the difference, correct? So I'm placing two exclusive OR. Correct? Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello?
Yes, sir.
Hello? Guys, are you there?
So yes, sir.
Okay, so we need two exclusive OR gate for generating the difference. Okay, so now let me complete the difference section. Go to create. I'm just moving to the output point of the exclusive OR. Right click. Go to create indicator. So now the LED is visible in front of you. So now again go to so one more exclusive OR is not required since only one output is there difference, right? So that I can just represent as DIFF difference. Okay. So now I need to provide the control since A, B, C, three inputs are there for subtractor, right? So for that I need to take the control now. So let me take AB of the exclusive OR gate using create control. So now one fellow is ready. One input is ready. Then again, I'm selecting the one more point. Go to right click, create control. You'll get one more switch. We'll give the names later. Okay. So now again, I'm just selecting the exclusive OR input. Go create control. So now third switch is also ready. Any doubt? So one output of the exclusive OR is connected to the input of the exclusive OR. So since your expression is what? A XOR B XOR C, correct? So it is very similar to the multisim software and its connection. Okay, the same way you have to connect the wires. So now I connected A XOR B XOR C for generating the difference. Any doubts, sir?
No, sir.
No,
Okay.
sir.
Okay. So now I'll go to the front panel and I'll arrange all these fellows first. So now this is my difference. I'll keep my difference here. Okay. So XY, let me assume as AB and the last one as my C. Okay. First X, then Y. So XY I'm replacing as A, B, and this fellow I'm just third fellow I'm replacing as C. Any doubt? Right now A, B, C, three switches are available in the front panel, and also the display difference is also available in the front panel. Okay. So now suppose if you want to run this program, just select the highlight button, go to the front panel, apply some data. Suppose let me put 001. For 001, what is your difference? You need to get difference as 1, borrow as 1, right? So you need to get this output difference as 1. So we will check. Just run. Yes, the difference LED glows. So right now you can identify that yes, the circuit works fine. Any doubts, sir?
No, sir.
No, sir.
Okay, tell me what is the difference for borrow, my dears? Anyone? So n number of time we solved. Difference expression for difference. Yes, Samanyu.
Sir, what are you using? What's the variables?
ABC
or
is the variable, sir.
Okay.
A bar, we have to take A bar, correct?
Bar into Y XOR A bar into Y B XOR C plus
A bar
B.
into
A bar into B XOR C plus BC.
B
Right?
B XOR C.
Yeah.
So I'll do one thing. I'll make this AB as BC, and I'll make my top variable as A. So right now
Yeah.
I'll connect one inverter in A, correct?
Mhm.
So I'll go to Boolean. I'll take one NOT gate. Yeah, NOT is ready. So now pass the input into the A and take this output A bar and keep here. Okay. So now B XOR C is the variable, right? So for that, what is required?
XOR.
So first multiplication, A bar into B XOR C, correct?
Okay, sir.
Right.
Yeah, A bar is ready. B XOR C is already available. So connected with B XOR C, correct? A bar into B XOR C plus what is that expression? Next expression. So this output is ready. So we need one OR gate. So what is the next expression? We need one more AND gate. A bar into B XOR C plus
BC.
BC. Are you sure?
Yes, sir.
Confident?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'll go to AND gate again. I'll connect this BC with one more time. So now BC is ready. I need one OR gate for summing both the products. So let me take OR gate. So now A bar B XOR C is connected and BC is also connected, and the output of R will give you borrow. Correct? Are you there?
Yes, sir.
So now the subtractor circuit diagram is ready. Okay. So now the moment you complete, always write, you save. That is the good practice. So now I'll highlight this button. So let me make some new subtractor. A desktop or anywhere, wherever you want, you save. So now I'll highlight this fellow. Now I'll go to my front panel and give what is the so let me take this borrow down to this difference. Expand this. So right now two LEDs are ready. One is difference, other one is borrow. Correct? So now let me put A, B, C. Let me move this A, B also. So in front panel you can arrange. That won't reflect in your block diagram. See, actually I'm moving in the front panel, but that changes is not reflecting in the block diagram. Correct? Hello? Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. I'm sorry. Okay, so right now ABC is my input. So highlight is also enabled. So now what I'm doing is I'm just simulating this fellow. So let me put 0, 0, 0 first. So the moment you apply 0, 0, 0 and run, what happens? You need to get 0, 0 as output, different 0,
Yes.
borrow
Borrow.
as 0. Correct?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
both are 0. Now A, B, C, the moment you put 0, 0, 1, you need to get, so let me disable this fellow, it takes more time. So for let me disable this highlight option and run. So for 0, 0, 1, what is your expectation? You need to get difference as 1, borrow as 1. Yes, two LEDs are glowing. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, for 0, 1, 0. Next combination, you run, what is that? Again, it says difference as 1, borrow as 1. So next 1, 0, 0, 1, 0, 0. For 1, 0, 0, what is the expectation? 1 minus 0, 1, 1 minus 0, 1, difference 1, borrow 0. So 1, 0, 1, what is your expectation? 1 minus 0, 1, 1 minus 1, 0. So what is the expectation, my dears? What is your expected difference and borrow for that? 101. You need to get both the LEDs as 0, correct?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
So for 110, 1 minus 1, 0, 0 minus 0, 0. You are not borrowing and difference is also 0. Again, if you run 110, again 0, 0. But if you put 111, so then again immediately you will get difference as 1, borrow as 1. So this is the way, right? You can simulate and feel your digital experiments using the software LabVIEW. Okay. Since actually the due to this pandemic situation, we are not able to use the real hardwares, LEDs, integrated circuits for XOR and other logic gates, right? So that is the reason I'm just trying to take this information through another different softwares. Okay.
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 Okay, so
Okay.
so you can construct basic circuits using LabVIEW, right? Minimum.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Yes,
So
sir.
now I'll take one more software. That software is called Multisim. So you practiced in our VIT. Okay, that software actually you practiced in VIT. But LabVIEW is dedicated for the specific instrumentation and other guys, right? Whenever you are studying the instrumentation related subject and data acquisition kind of subjects, so the access to the LabVIEW is given to you. Don't worry. Okay, and it is available in 5th floor. You can use anytime. And this is also a free software, right? Okay, so you can download from the internet. You just type NI, National Instruments LabVIEW evaluation software. Okay, so it will ask you some basic information about your email and other details. You give your details, download the software, Okay, basic experiments you can verify using the evaluation version. Now I'll take you to the next software, that is Multisim. Okay, so everyone practiced a lot of experiments using Multisim, correct? So I'll open the Multisim. Maximum of combinational circuits you try to verify using combinational, sequential, all the circuits you can verify using this Multisim software. Okay, so let me try one quick combinational. Later I'll take you to the sequential using the Multisim. Come on guys, tell me one of the another circuit combinational example. I'll explain combinational using Multisim. Later I'll take you to the sequential using Multisim. Come on, anyone?
So could you repeat?
Tell me any one combinational circuit. First I'll explain combinational circuit using the multisim. Later I'll explain you sequential.
Okay. Same thing. Full subtractor.
Full subtract. Array, change karo bhai, so that the truth table will be varying, right? So tell me any other.
Multiplexer or decoder, sir. Can
Okay,
we do?
so okay, uh, we'll take decoder. Okay.
Okay, sir.
So 224 decoder. The moment you put 00, O0 need to glow. If you put 01, O1 need to glow. If you put 10, O2, 11, O3, right? Now we will
Yes, sir.
take decoder. For the decoder, what is required? We need 4 AND gates initially, correct? So for that, you just go to place, component, then you go to basic, select TTL, all, let me take all groups. 7 4 already it is selected. 7, let me select 7 4 LS. In that, so what is required for me? And is required. What is the IC number for and? 7408 is the IC number for and, right? So you just go and take 74LS08N. Always you take N type of logic. Two versions will be available here. One is D, other one is N. You go with N for active high logic. Okay. I'll go to 74LS08N. So I'll select, if you select A, then one logic gate will be visible. So place this fellow. Then again, let me B, second logic gate, then C, third logic gate, D. You can use same variable and place, nothing wrong in that. Okay? So right now, 4 of the AND gates is placed in my soft breadboard or working area. Okay. So now I'll close this. So now what else is required? I need 4 LEDs. One is for O0, other one is for O1, O2, O3. 4 LEDs are required, right? So for that, again, go to place, component, select indicators. So indicators are there, right? So in that indicator, you select a probe LED red. Let me take blue, green. Okay, red. I'll take red. Okay. So number 1, this is for O0. Again, number 2, this is O1. Number 3, number 4. So right now, 4 LEDs are placed in the soft breadboard or working area. So now what I have to do is I have to connect each and every output to the respected LEDs. Also, I have to give the names for the LEDs. Otherwise, right, it will be confused. So now the first one x1, I can just double click the variable and go to the label. You can change the name. So let me put out 0. Okay, out 0. Out 0 is the first display. And then I'll select this fellow, go to label, then you put out 1. Then again select x3, go to label, then type out 2, then x4, select label, then out 2 or 3, what is mentioned? Okay, now it is 3. So out 3. Guys, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, so now we need to connect A1 bar, A0 bar to the out 0, A1 bar, A0 to the out 1, A1, A0 to the out 2, A1, A0 to the out 3, right? These are all the inputs we have to fire for the decoder. So for that, we need two switches. One is A, other one is B. Okay. So now let me take switches first for providing the inputs. Go to place, again, component. Basic switches, very switches. Yeah. So in that, there are two cases actually, SPST, single pole, single through, single pole, double through. Okay. So single pole, single through, single pole, double through. Let me take single pole, single through. That is easy. Okay. So I'll take two of the switches. One is for A, other one is for B. So now I'll select this switch S1 and replace this S1 as A, variable A. Then say OK. Then select switch A S2 and select this as B. Okay, right now switch A, switch B is visible. Correct? Any doubt?
No, sir.
Okay, so now I have to provide the power supply to the switch, right? Left hand side of the AB, I have to connect with power supply. So for that, again, go to place, component. So that is the origin. Always place component is our base root. So then go to sources. Okay, signal voltage sources or power sources. So let me take VCC. Okay, so I'm just connecting VCC. I'll place here. Okay. Hidden power pins or using VCC. Okay. So now VCC is placed. So what I'm doing is I'm just moving both the switches close to this circuit diagram, and I'm connecting A, left side of switch A and left side of switch B to constant VDD. Always 5 will be ready. The moment you close the switch, a 5 voltage which is connected to the circuit. The moment you open the switch, so it will be giving 0. That is the idea. Okay. So now I have to provide A bar, A1 bar, A0 bar. Correct. So for that, I need A wire as well as A bar wire. So I'll use one inverter for providing the A bar. So let me connect place, inverter, component. So again go to all groups. Let me take 74LS, series LS, 74LS. So in that, what is the OR gate, NOT gate number? 7404, right? So you take 7404N and keep this fellow here. So now, so what you have to do is, so the next portion of this particular circuit, right, is a direct that is next lead of the switch is A. If you are connecting the same variable to the NOT gate, then the variable is A bar. Any doubts, sir?
No, sir.
Okay. Similarly, I'll take take one more NOT gate. Okay, if suppose similar kind of components is needed, no need to go to the place component section. Directly the component will be available here in the list, right? Used list. So you can directly go and take 74LS04N. Then you place this fellow close to the B switch so that you can take B bar. So now if I have A as well as A bar, B bar, both the sections are there. So now actually first AND gate requires A bar, B bar as input. So second fellow needs A bar,
And B.
B. Third fellow
A and B.
A B bar, correct?
Yes, sir.
A B bar. Fourth fellow A B.
A.
A B, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the moment you completed the connection, so immediately just go and save. Then give some name again, Saman Ju. Save this circuit. So immediately there is a run button here, right? Just press this run button. So why this fellow is glowing now?
Is it 0?
For 1 1.
Oh.
0 0 0 0, you need to get this display, correct? Okay, ECC is connected. 0 0 1. So there is no change. Okay, I'll remove this display 1 minute. I'll go to place, component, indicators, probe, digital red. So now 4 of the LEDs. Actually, I'm replacing the component. Okay, I'm not doing anything. So the first one takes A bar, B bar, correct? Yeah. Second one takes A bar, B. Okay. Third one. So VCC is properly connected. Yes. Okay. 0 0 or something.
Sir, both the switches have to be closed, right?
No. For 0 0, you have to open the switch. For 1 1, you have to close the switch.
But we're already putting not gate, right? To make it 0.
Ah, yes, you are right. Yes. So still actually, if you put 0 0, no, sir, if you put 1 1, the fourth one is getting 1 1 and it is glowing. The moment you put 0 0, right? The first one need to glow, correct?
Yes, sir.
So we'll use SPDT. Okay. Single pole double through switch. 1 minute. Okay. Place component. Where is that? All groups. basic switch. I'll take single pole double through switch. Okay. So in that, one is A, other one is B. So one of the lead I'm connecting to VCC. The top lead is VCC. That is what it says. Let me connect ground point to the bottom. So the moment I close the switch, it will come down to 0. Okay, I'll give this fellow as A, then this fellow as B. Okay, now I have to connect this to the A side, B side. So now if I close the switch, it is 0. If so, it's like bottom position is 0, top position is 1. Are you there? Okay, so now I saved the circuit. So right now I'll connect 0 0 and run. So now the first 0 0 O0 is glowing, correct? Are you there, my dears?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so if I make 0 1, B switches 1, A switches 0, the next fellow is glowing. O1 is glowing, correct?
Oh, yes,
So
sir. Yes, sir.
if I make A as 1, B as 0, third fellow is glowing. If I make 1 1, the fourth fellow is glowing. So the control, the output passes to O0, O1, O2, O3 respectively according to the input 0 0 0 1 1 0 1 1. Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, this is the implementation of our combinational digital circuits using multisim software. Okay, guys.
Okay.
Okay, so now I'll take you to the sequential section. I'll directly take you to the counter. Okay. So now, so two flip-flops, actually major flip-flops we are using for our work. One is D, that is 7474. Other one is 74 LS76, that is JK. Okay. So I need, I'm implementing asynchronous counter now. Okay. Let me go to the lesser size 3-bit. So for that, 3 JK based flip-flops are needed, correct? Hello.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay. So I'll go to place component. Again, you have to go to 74 LS series. So there you type 76. So 76N is a JK flip flop. So I'm using 1 JK, and then again second JK, and then again one more third JK. So right now, so let me take one more fellow out. So what is there in that? So four flip flops. This is a 4-bit counter circuit. Okay. So right now 4 flip flops are placed in the work area. Any doubt, guys?
No, sir.
Okay. So now, so in asynchronous counter, so we have to connect J and K as one. Reason is we are converting JK as T flip flop and implementing. Correct. T is required for the counting purpose, especially asynchronous, correct? So for that, I'll connect first JK terminals of each and every flip-flops. JK of first, JK of second, JK of third, JK of four. All the flip-flops are connected, right? Right now we have to make this fellow as one. Reason is when J and K is connected together, if you apply one, or if it is connected together, that is T flip-flop. If you put one, it will toggle. So now let me connect constant 1 to the that particular inputs. Okay, so go to power sources, take the fellow VCC and say okay. So right now place this fellow and connect this VCC to this. So now we know that in asynchronous, output of one flip-flop is connected as clock, correct? So I'm just connecting that. So output of one flip-flop is connected as clock. Similarly, output of second is clock for the next. Output of third is clock for number 4. Okay, and we have to apply the original clock to the first fellow. So for that, you go to place, component, signal voltage sources. You take clock voltage, say OK. Then place the clock source and connect this original clock to source to the first fellow, and the bottom point we have to connect to the ground point. So to go to power sources, take the ground point and connect to this pulse. So right now the clock pulse is generated. Actually the frequency is mentioned as 1 kilohertz. That is 1000 changes per second. 100% it is not possible, right? Using our eyes. So we have to reduce the frequency as in terms of 4 hertz or 5 hertz, so that the transitions can be visible. So now let me change this frequency. Go to value. So it is mentioned as K, right? Let me remove the K. I'll just mention in hertz. Okay, value hertz. So let me put 10 hertz. Okay, so the transition is 10 transitions per second. Any doubts, sir?
No, sir. I mean, yes.
Okay, so now I need to verify the display, right? What is Q3, Q2, Q1, Q0? For that I have to connect the display. So let me go to place component. Again I'll go to switch section, go to basic, switch, where is switch? Yes, sorry, indicators. For a display actually indicators is required. So like indicators are there. Go to all groups, see where actually indicators are there, my dears. Come on, help me. Inductor is there. Yeah, I'll take indicators. Go to probe, digit. So this is Q3. Let me place all in order. Q2, Q1, Q0. So now 4 LEDs are placed. that is probe is placed, I have to connect this to the respected output point. That's all. So Q0, where is output? Yeah, this fellow is output. So the next one, Q2, last one is Q3. And we have two additional points for this particular flip-flop, that is preset and clear. So that we have to connect with constant 5 volt. For normal operation, we have to connect with max voltage. For the required operation, you have to connect with low, since this is active low component. Okay. So now I'm just connecting one VCC for preset and one VCC for clear. I'm connecting all the clear section to constant 1, so that it won't clear your outputs first of all. So it will be ready for the normal counting. Similarly, if you make all presets right as one constant 1, it won't preset your output to 1. So that is for the normal operation, you have to provide 1. Opposite, you have to provide, since it is active low, you have to provide 1. So now everything is finished. So complete construction of the counter is ready. Guys, are you there?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Okay, okay. Now let me save the circuit. Say again, summon new count, COUNT count, save. Now run. So now the clock is ready. Okay. So the moment you run, see, actually it is blinking like right. Guys, is it possible to see?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let me decrease the frequency as say 2 hertz. 2 hertz. Okay, 2 hertz. Right now it has changed. Stop this fellow and then run again. See, it is happening. First 0, 1. Still, let me reduce the frequency as 1 hertz and see what happens. See, initially 0, 1, 102, 113, 1004, 1015, 1106, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, then go 0. Guys, are you there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So this is the
Yes,
counter
sir.
circuit using multisim software. So suppose if you want to verify any circuit diagram or anything, right, whatever is available with you with that software, you please try to verify all the work. Are you there?
Okay, sir.
Okay, actually, again, this is second methodology of digital logic circuit verification. So using real time also, that is the original components also, we are trying to prepare the setup here, but still it is not ready. Maybe once it is ready, I will prepare the video and send you. Okay.